Abby Irwin. She's only 14 years old and already it is her second time being a finalist in this competition. Last year, she was a finalist at the age of 13, making her our youngest finalist at that time. She started writing in year 7 and has since performed in schools and in Auckland-wide poetry slams. Ladies and gentlemen, performing Breathe, please put your hands together for Abby Irwin.
If I was never grateful for anything else, I was always grateful for a working pair of lungs. Pair of combat boots, branding footprints in my ribcage, callous skin, chafing the soul, my soul, and a heartbeat is their marching band. Or maybe a pair of sandals. Heels buried in the dirt, open to the sky, blisters between my toes and teeth, but I never said a word. Just appreciated the breeze forming in my feet to travel up my trachea and scatter sand across the wasteland of my throat. Sometimes my lungs get wanderlust. I hear them panting under my tongue, their dancing shadows painted against the roof of my mouth. If I was oblivious to everything around me, I always remained faithful to breathing. I constructed shrines, devoutly worshipped. I lit candles on my veins and sprinkled glitter on my arteries so maybe my lungs won't keep trying to escape my body. I wrapped Christmas lights around my sternum, built suburbia on my diaphragm and terrace houses on my vertebrae to have a place where these gods might stay. But my temples are burning, my churches are hurting, lungs that were once gods now make a pilgrimage up my windpipe and squeeze my heart tight, exalt my tongue in oxygen. They pray in my gums, resting on teeth pews. Their hymns scorch my taste buds until my cheeks are coated with abrasions, burnt by unsaid poems loud enough to split nations. My lungs are changing. They're caving. Neglected breaths for my sinuses so they can deflate. I need help. I would cry out. Everyone says I need to speak up, which is why I don't understand why they've sewn my mouth shut. I can't speak. Just breathe. They say home is where the heart is, but he rules this house with an iron fist clenched around the neck of a bottle of spirits. So forgive me if I retreat into my lungs because he finds home comforts in the damage of his liver. My friends keep telling me to get my head out of the clouds, but it's the lungs and my feet that keep them guessing how my chest still rises and falls with the effort of existing. After I worshipped you, I thought you were my lifeline, what made me thrive, but I just withered and died with poetry chafing my tonsils. Is this how the others felt? Lungs shrink from you stitched on my lips, waiting for poetry that's worth being heard. Because my body is a temple on a knife's edge. You try and deface me with abusive graffiti. Words will never hurt me, but these days your fists leave bruises duller than my tongue. I want you to know that I know gods should not leave bruises. God should not burn your places of worship. I have mistaken you for a necessary organ. My lungs were the ones keeping me living, breathing life into words not yet ready to be spoken, but until then. They ravage my body, ignite charcoal teeth, burn the soles of my feet, force my heart from my sleeve until I am nothing more than a skeleton that speaks, and for that I will always, always be grateful.